Hi guys, it's Alba here and welcome back to another video. And in today's video I was originally just going to show you my painted Forge Father Foregrounds, but I decided just to show you all of my Forge Fathers that I painted in 2020. It's quite weird for me because I've never seen all of my Forge Fathers together in like one big space because I have them in cabinets and they don't fit them all on the same row. So it's quite weird to look at them now because they're right next to me here. And you will see them in a second. But yeah, if you like anything that's in my army and you want to buy it, then you can go and check for that video, because there will be a video on that certain thing that you do like. Because I won't be covering everything individually in this video. The only models that I will be covering individually will be the foregrounds, because that was what the video was supposed to be on. But I'm just going to show you the models now like I normally do, where I put a little bit of music behind it and you can just sit back and look at the models instead of hearing my voice. So guys, here are all of the Forge Fathers that I painted so far. You've just had a look then. And now what I'm going to do is just pick out a couple of the models that I just really want to talk about, to be honest. And the ones that stand out the most. And the one that stands out the most for me is probably the GCPS Hornet. And make any conversion because it's still the same as it was. But I've just painted the same colour scheme because Forge Fathers don't have like any sort of flyer yet. But to be honest, I really think that it does match with the army. Like, it doesn't look out of place in my opinion. The one issue about it is the drop pod. I'm not even going to try and attempt to do it, but you literally, it's impossible without putting enough force to actually take it off. But it's a lot of force you have to apply to actually take this off. So you could literally break the model. Putting the stand on and stuff like that, that's no big deal. But just a drop pod. Next we'll come to one of the Iron Guard here. This is my favourite Iron Guard because it's just got like the big turret on top of his shoulder. This is not a conversion either. This is actually how it came. I've said it in the video when I was actually showing these ages ago, but I did say that it looks a little bit like it doesn't look anything like him, but it just reminds me of War Machine. You know that one of the Marvel superheroes. Before we get on to the Foregrounds, I'll just show a couple more. I'll show some of the conversions that I made if you haven't seen them already in like the older videos. But here's a conversion I made on one of the sergeants. That is actually a different head from a dwarf from Warhammer. Looks really good, to be honest. Stands out with like the really big beard. Yeah. I did make a couple of other conversions if I couldn't find it. Yep, we've got someone right over here. I turned this guy into a gunslinger, so I gave him two like dual-wielded pistols, or dual pistols. Turned him into a gunslinger, which I think was really cool. And I made him in the motion of him shooting pistols, which I thought was quite cool. What else do we have? We have over here, can't see it, it's not in frame, but the conversion I made where he looks like he's actually moving to shoot the guy. As you can see, they're like his body's turned. Yes, I've completely forgot about these, but I converted these because these are actually just called Steel Warriors, but all they are is Storm Age veterans, but they're not veterans, if you know what I mean. So they're just called Steel Warriors. And I used 5 Space Wolf heads because my dad, well, he did paint Space Wolves for his 40k army. And yeah, I think that looks really cool. Here's another one. Bit of focus. But yeah, I just thought a little conversion like that, it just makes a big difference on the model. Here's a couple of the recent ones that I've had on the channel. Well, when I say recent, like maybe a month ago or so. This is my second stone hammer. I did have another stone hammer, but I didn't paint it. I didn't paint it last year. I actually painted it the year before, so that doesn't really count. So I think that's enough waffle for all of the conversions and stuff like that. Now, finally going to be showing you the Foregrounds. You've already seen them, but I'm going to talk about them a little bit. So here's the first one. If you don't already know, the hammers are metal, and sticking metal with plastic was a little bit of a pain. It wasn't too hard to stick together, but maybe a little bit annoying to do. Well, a lot more annoying to just stick together just your normal Storm Age veteran. But yeah. And I did actually have to make a conversion, which I'll show you in a second. But yeah, this one's pretty much the same, just a different pose. And I did keep the weapons the same because these big hammers are basically just the same as the hammer that one of the sergeants is holding, just a lot bigger, as you can see. I will show you the conversion that I did make. So as you can see here, doesn't look like there's actually been a conversion made on the model, but the hammer doesn't normally go on the back. I feel like it just fit in. It doesn't look like it's out of place or anything like that. It looks good, but the reason for this was the hammer, because they're metal, like I've said, it just snapped, and there is no chance I am getting that stuck onto there. But yeah, I just decided to convert it, and it doesn't look bad in my opinion. It looks all right. But yeah, what I do really like about this miniature is just not the pose, but the way he's carrying his helmet. Like, I've never really seen that before. It actually comes like that. It was actually a metal piece in the sprue. But yeah, I kept them the same colour scheme. Maybe changed a couple of little bits just to make them stand out from the rest. As you can see here, there's a little bit of a difference. That is everything that I have painted in 2020. Not everything, just Forge Fathers that I painted in 2020. These have all been covered on my channel. So, like I've already said, if you find anything that you like from my army, just go and have a look for yourself. So guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoy it. I don't know if I've already mentioned it in the video, but we did hit 100 subscribers, so I'm really grateful for that. So just keep on supporting the channel like you always do. But yeah, stay tuned for the next videos to come, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!